What's up? What's up? What's up? Today it's going to be about Black Ops 2, as you can see here. Black Ops 2. We're going to do round 30 on maps. If I knew how to edit the videos, so I don't know if at this point, I don't know if it's like being real lazy. I think what's going on a lot is that I've just gotten so much caught up in praising Jesus and spreading the good news and all that it's like the game thing is on the on the side, and I'm trying to make videos on multiple different things. Today I just wanted to do a Black Ops 2 thing, but I don't want it to be to where the game is where I'm cussing all the time and stuff. But I couldn't figure out where that setting was to turn that on. So hopefully that's in game. It's something that I can do in the game. Anyways, I figure once a few of you guys that are here all the time see the title, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, can I play? Yada yada. And right now I don't know if the sound is out playing on the game. There it is. Blade says, what's up? What's up, Blade? That first one here. Blade was someone from the past that showed up before. And his first one here today, which is pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome, right? I asked him last time if he had found Jesus. He said he knows exactly who he is. Well, that's pretty amazing. I want to make sure the sound of it too. Oh man, it's so loud. The sound is so loud. Let me turn that down, guys. It's such an issue. I can see it. It's like way over my voice. I'm sorry about that. So we're going to go to music. We're going to turn it down really low. Master volume. There we go. Now the audio should be better. The game's kind of loud. Yeah. Yeah. I just noticed that. I'm looking down here at the thing. This should be better now, right? Is it better? Is it better? Let me know. It should be better. Let me turn up the tablet and see if I can hear it. So how's your day been, buddy? You know what's crazy? Is you people, most of you guys that watch YouTube have an attention span literally seconds. What's going on here? Hold on. Saying something's wrong with my phone. I don't know what it is. You guys hear that? Ding, 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 ding. Quasar, what's up? Guess what? What's up? You guys hear that dinging? What is it, Quasar? Tell me. Look at that. You guys hear that dinging in the background? It's this phone. It ain't even connected to the internet. It's like this old iPhone. What's the good news, Quasar? You know what the good news is? Jesus. I seen an Indian guy. He's a Hindu guy. Like, he's literally from Australia or something like that. Not Australia, but from a country that is not Christian. And he was in London. He was hollering to everybody in the middle of the town square. He's like, today we have good news. He says, not bad news, not all this news. You bought an $800 gaming laptop, and I just got Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies. Dude, if I knew you was going to pay $800, I'd have sold you mine. I'd have sent it to you. I need the money. Wow, but that is a brand new one. That's a pretty good deal. Man, $800 gaming laptop. And you got Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies? I bet you're playing the heck out of it, right? I bet you're playing the heck out of it. I know I did when I first got it. Man, Black Ops 3 Zombies, Custom Zombies are so fun. It is absolutely so fun. And guys, let me know if that sound is still too loud. We got a few of you showing up. Blade. Yeah, we got a lot of maps today, guys. Listen, I'm not gonna do for you. I'm not gonna do like hold on. I'm not gonna do like town and all those type maps. I might do town, but I'm not gonna do farm because transit is town and farm and all those. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that being said, this video is gonna be long. So hopefully you guys are in for a treat. Like hopefully you guys have got some popcorn out and all the good stuff because it's gonna take a minute. It's going to take a minute, literally. I mean, I was going to do it in 4 players, but heck, you won't get... It'll take you 8 hours to get to 30 on transit on... hold on. Yeah, here we go. We're going to turn this down. Some good money. $800. What kind of... It's an Acer Nitro 5? Yeah, mine here... You need this right here. See, it's got my name on it. Probably is. That is amazing. That is amazing. Let's put this right here. Since I can't hear the game sound, I'm going to have to do it like this. Let me see. Mine's an Acer. If you can see it right here. Hold on. This one here costed $1,200. See? $800 is a really good start. That's probably one that... Yeah. This is an Acer too. I'm trying to get everything going. Guys, I'm telling you. For you guys that are watching this video after the fact and has attention spans of a child, fast forward it. Don't sit there and be like, oh, this dude needs to shut up. No, you need to quit being having an ADHD and fast forward the video to the part that you want to see. Because I'm talking right now, okay? And the reason, if you're wondering why I said that, Quasar and Blade, I've had some people here lately that have literally gotten mad because it wasn't like right on the point or get right to the point. Like say this video, it's like round 30 challenge, right? I've had them message me and say that I needed to edit the videos. You know, you don't have to state the obvious. I obviously know that I need to learn how to edit, right? You know, because most people can't stay focused on something more than 15 minutes. Alright, there we go. I hear the game sound. Dang, but it's too low. Game is way too low. Oh well. It is what... I don't know how I'm going to do. You got an iron side last year? What do you mean? I got an iron side last year. Am I reading that wrong? Iron side. Is that a laptop? Like, let's just start off with transit, guys. We'll start off with transit. Oh, this is public. Public will take too long. So we're going to do transit. And then we'll go to transit to die rise. Stuff like that. Is the game sound too low, or do I need to turn it up because it's too low on my end? It looks too low. Gaming PC, Ironside. Yeah, you guys are talking to. Mine was Acer. It was a Strix. That was my first. It was a Strix. That's what it was, guys. I haven't played zombies
Kind of dark
so
around
long.
here, ain't it?
I haven't never played zombies on a.
Maybe I should ask Darlington what to do with
So you
this.
guys will have to
Like
look at
hell I will.
because I am going to be a noob at this. Because if you don't know what this, if you've never played Black Ops 2 Transit, you need to. Like, you really need to. It was the best game ever. There's something in the background. Hold on. People don't appreciate transit now because there's just so much stuff.
You no good freakalope.
It's harder than an average map of zombies map. But people that play Black
The
Ops
hell's
2
this
don't
doing
like
you
Black
do?
Ops. People that play Black Ops 1 don't like Black Ops 2 because they say it's too easy. And people that play Black Ops 2 don't like Black Ops 3 because they say it's too easy. You get what I'm saying? It's just like a never-ending cycle of
Welcome aboard. Please secure all personal belongings and take
people
your
saying
seat.
stuff
Now
like that.
departing to the Harp Research
But
Station.
if you play Black Ops 3 first and then you came back to this one, you're going to say it's too hard. Literally. That's what you're going to say. It's like way too hard. Hopefully we can get to round 30 on here. Hopefully. You know what hopefully means? To expect. It means expectation, right? Most people don't know that.
Hate the feel of this fog.
Game is louder than your voice bar. The game is louder than my voice. You know what's wild is because if you could see what I'm looking at, it's showing that the game has no sound whatsoever, and that's what's crazy. I don't understand that. Yeah, so on my video capture device, the Elgato, it's literally showing the game. Oh yeah, I can see where it's louder now. Never mind. It's when the zombies scream. So let me try to fix it like this, because with me, there's no way to make it lower. Like, I can put this bar down here, and it shouldn't go over that. Let's see. Yeah. What about now? Does that sound better? Does that sound better, guys? It should. Hopefully this sounds better.
Doors closing. Please clear the doorway.
I bet everybody has this issue at one time or another. So it's like, let me just turn the master volume down and maybe that'll turn it down also. Much better. Yeah, I think that's a little too low. I can't even hear it. What about now? Is that better? Is that much better? Much better. Quasar, I bet you're tickled to death. When did you get this, Quasar? When did you get this PC? This looks so awesome. I wish it looked like this when I first played it.
This is what I've been waiting for.
Man, they're so loud. See, now the zombies are like super loud.
Ugh! You touching me?
It looks so
No,
good
you
on
ain't
this monitor,
touching
though.
me.
It really does. How long have you had that laptop? Oh, just yesterday? So you really haven't got into everything. Like, you really haven't got into it, right? Like, you've got a chance to, like, download the game, and that's about it.
Maintain current course. Implement automatic course.
Man, they're so loud. The game is so loud. I couldn't see nothing. Come on, open. Alright. It's so loud. It's like you can hear the guys. They're so loud. We're not going to worry about the box. We're going to hold this last zombie here. Well, I guess that don't matter. We'll hold him on the bus window. Let me try to turn it down a little more. I'm still leaving the ins and outs. You're still learning the ins and outs. You said leaving. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. If I sat and messed around with a computer all day long, I'd probably be amazed. You know, I probably would be. I'd probably be amazed with how, oh yeah, without Jug, you'll die. Yeah, without Jug, you get 2 hits, you're dead. Dang, that's so scary. Alright, once we get over this fire right here, we're going to jump off. If you ever played this map, you've got to learn how to run through the fog. You got to. Guys, you know there's a glitch right here? I don't know if it's patched or not, but it was right there somewhere.
Damn you!
Black Ops, I'm telling you, man, Black Ops 3 is just, it's just something else. I can't play all the custom ones, and you're going to say, well, this is stupid for the reason that I said. The thing is, there's so many
I've got
zombies games, or so many custom zombies, that you could never ever be impressed with the new game. You're like, what? Yeah, if you play all those custom zombies, you could never ever be impressed with the new game because they have everything. Before they even made, Treyarch tries to base their game every year, right, or every 2 years, and then it'd be just something really good. And that's what happens. When they made Black Ops 3, nothing can compare to it. And then people have the ability to make maps and using their stuff, and now it's like, okay, so now we're ruined. You know, we're basically spoiled. All right, so we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave this Juggernaut thing right here while we run down here because we don't want Jug to run out and us die running down through here. So that's what we're gonna do. Magic, hey mate, how you doing? What's up? Pretty good, man. How you doing? Hey guys, guess what though, Quasar? I didn't tell you this. I'm learning how to play the guitar. The guitar. Yes, I'm learning how to play the guitar. I already can play one tune. You know. You're like, what can you play? What can you play? You know, it's nothing major. It's just I'm trying to get this knob so I don't have to fight with these guys constantly. It's over here somewhere. Where's this house? There's a house over here somewhere.
You start that shit, you better end that.
Well, I mean, I'm going to start playing it on stream too. I'm not going to get that part right there. Look at there. I'm going to start playing the guitar on the stream too once I get better. You know, and stuff like that. Maybe start doing vlogs with little songs. I can't sing. Maybe I can. My wife sounds really amazing, dude. I swear. But she's one of these shy people. Yeah. I think it's everybody should know how to play. It just seems like it's so hard, but it's not. My fingers are literally. I got a blister on it right now. Your fingers feels like that you took little needles and stabbed it with it. You know. If you play as much as I have. You ever heard Pretty Woman? Do you know what I'm talking about? The song Pretty Woman? I hope that screaming from that zombie ain't too loud. It seems pretty loud. But I don't have a boom arm or the thing that brings the mic closer, and I can't set closer to the TV to the screen. Because then it just feels awkward. So it's like the microphone is a little bit away from where I'm sitting, which makes it sound kind of distorted, you know, a little bit. So hopefully the game sound isn't way too loud, you know, way too loud. You want to learn yourself? Yeah. Man, you can buy a guitar for under $100. You can. I bought one that was $167. It was $159. Taxing it was like $160 something or something like that. I'm sure when it was brand new it was more than that, but you know, it helped a little shop out by the house, and I just wanted to play some kind of instrument. And I've got into it, and I mean, I actually don't just sound super bad. There's some people that just can't get it, you know. I think that's a choice, though. I think it's they choose to try to do something too hard. There's nobody just going to pick it up and play a solo from some major rock band, right? Yeah, that's crazy. Hopefully I'll quit neglecting YouTube and I'll start playing more YouTube or doing more videos, right? Man, I'm telling you, it's just like there's so much going on in my life right now. So much going on. And I don't want to stop doing YouTube. Like, I don't want to stop doing YouTube because I like doing. I mean, I like making videos and content and stuff like that. And but right now it's just so much is going on, and I'm trying to make videos or stream. I could easily make a video because it takes like 20 minutes of your day. That's it. And I could. Well, I mean, for me, it would take a couple of hours. I would literally have to. Let's see which way we're going. We're going this way. But a couple of hours isn't that long. It really isn't. But streaming takes a long time. So you got to stream for multiple hours. 4 or 5 hours. And it just seems harder for me right now. So don't think I'm going to quit on you guys because you're not getting but 1 or 2 videos a week. It's just that I'm having a rough time with stuff right now. I'm not going through a hard time. I'm just having rough luck with the schedule. Rough time with schedule.
Rust man, don't go in for no game.
Oh, I bet that thing's still going. I bet it is.
What's that? I heard something.
Where are we at? I don't know where this is. Oh, this is right by where we need to be. Yeah. This is right where we need to be. But I don't know how to get past that fire. Hold on. I was a little nervous, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was gonna die right there. That screaming is so loud, man. It's so loud. Quasar, I know you were going through a rough time there for a little bit. Is everything good with you now? Guys, if you ever play this game, always put the hatch right there. That's the Knuckles. Always put the hatch right there. I mean, some people, they're like, oh, you need to put the hatch over there because you get trapped on the bus. Geometry, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? From another mother. Or different. I think that sounded weird, right? Sounded weird. What's up, man? What's going on? What's going on?
Well, look at this. Yeah.
Oh, we're probably being crazy. Been a little cuckoo.
Too slow, too fussy, too girly.
You seen the news? The good news? What, Jesus? The news of Jesus? Oh, no, you're probably talking about the actual news. No, I've not watched the news. I've heard the good news, though. The news that matters, right? Yeah. I don't watch the news because the reason I don't watch it's because it don't make no sense. Like, it really don't. And it puts you in a panic. It really does. There was a prophet named Kim Clements. He died before Trump got in office, but a few weeks ago, I was watching something on him. He said that God had told him that there was someone. This is back in 2014. This is before Trump ever even existed, right?
What the hell?
To people, anyways, to people. And he was like, the new president would be coming in the time after next. And they would holler, impeach, impeach. And he says it twice, right? Saying that both times the opposite side would holler this. It's just crazy. You ought to watch that. Kim Clements, Geometry Dash. Watch that. Kim Clements. He's dead now. He died. With a brain aneurysm. Wild, right? Oh, looky there. There we go. I don't think we should pack a punch, right? I think we could get to round 30 without pack a punching. I think we just need the ray gun. I think that's what we ought to do. Is just like round 30 is going to be a challenge. So I think that I mean, if we try to hold a zombie in Pack-a-Punch, it's gonna like suck. I'm gonna screenshot that right there. Hold on, so I can use this as a thumbnail.
Come and get it, rock snobblers.
I might like take this video and try to edit it out to round 30 on each video, and then upload it segments throughout the week for people that only want to watch like a 20-30 minute video. It has been crazy though, but yeah, I don't watch it, Geometry. I've been trying to stay in like praying and the faith and stuff. Did you know that who Elijah is, Geometry Dash? Do you know who Elijah is? In the Bible, Elijah was like a prophet. You know, Moses was a prophet. He was a prophet is someone that God tells or shows images of the pictures of the future. Some get it in dreams. Some they just while they're praying and close their eyes, they'll get an image. And some it's even as God spoke to them, like Moses. God spoke to Moses through a burning bush, right? You know, he was preaching. A preacher was preaching on this the other day that I was at church. And he was talking about how God had chosen Moses and his people before they ever chose him. You know, which is wild by definition. It is wild. It's fun wild. But Elijah had the. It's like people can literally, even today, the Bible isn't something of old, it's today. If they walk with God strong enough, and if they believe as if he was real as right in front of them and not just by fear, you know, because a lot of people believe in God because they're afraid of going to hell, you know. And so they would rather be believing in God and be right than be wrong. But anyways, right?
Yeah, that's right. Run away, you hairy dummy. Kill that zippy zappy. Kill it.
I need to. Where's he at?
Bug.
What? Where's the elder god? Did you know how to get this thing to spawn? Is to kill a zombie while it's storming. To kill the last zombie while it's storming. That's how you get that guy to spawn. But anyways, people that really walk with God, God gives them these power, you know, like it's plumb wild. It's so rare because most people don't truly believe. And every couple hundred years, it seems that whenever that person dies or whatever, people stop believing or say it's false or fake, and then he destroys a nation. But if you see what happened, Geometry, you was watching the news, right? You were saying, yeah, when they openly mocked God was the first time this nation has ever openly mocked God. Like the people that run it. You know, and they did that the other day, and then the Capitol got stormed minutes after they did that, you know. Think about it, Geometry. Are you still here? That's wild. I wasn't even thinking about that until just this moment. When you said that a minute ago, I was like, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? I'm sitting there thinking, what in the world is Geometry talking about? Wow. Yeah, they mocked God openly, dude. Yeah, you didn't know that? There's a person on Facebook, I barely go on Facebook or barely turn on the TV, was mentioned something about a man, a woman. A man is let it be. It's a statement so it be like a God. It's not a man praising man. That's retarded. Somebody mentioned the other day about a man, a woman, right? Well, people that's dumb in the like God in the book, they think that means for men. But anyways, the one that said it didn't. He knew what it meant. The one that said it didn't. So this, while you asked me that, this just came to me. That Capitol thing got stormed the other day, right? You can't find one incident where somebody that was mega did anything awful. Not once. They would march in millions and they wouldn't do anything awful. Well, before they had that segment that day, before they had that thing that day, that man came on there and he said that he prayed to Allah and all the other gods of all the religions, and then he said amen and a woman, mocking God, because he put something totally in. Anyways, 10 minutes later, these people stormed the Capitol. Right? Now, there ain't no news station talking about they prayed that prayer and then they got stormed the Capitol. Like, why did those people do that? Why are the peaceful protesters just all of a sudden just do? Anyways, that was crazy. But also, not just that. Like sometimes I'll literally close my eyes. You're gonna find this funny. You're gonna say this is crazy, or like this bottle. It's sitting here, right here. And I'll literally be outside, standing around a fire, or something like that, and I'll say whatever you want me to see, and then I'll open it up. I'll say a prayer, I ain't gonna tell you what it is, and I'll open it up, and it's been on something called Habakkuk's prayer, talking about the nation openly mocked God, and they need to be punished, and that's what's happening. Like, talks about in the Bible constantly how people would be in power and they would serve God and then the nation would run. This is the first time America's ever done that. America's a young country. It's super young. It's like 400 or 500 years old. If you think that's old, think about Israel, thousands of years old. Thousands of years old. That's just wild geometry. You gotta look into that. I'll talk to you more about it off stream. But then I was just sitting there thinking about what you were talking about. And I guess that's what you were talking about, right? Them storming the Capitol. Peaceful protesters. It's never caused any problems whatsoever. Just up one day and got a hair on their hind end to do something bad. That was just, that was crazy.
No bullets and I ain't shitting a
It's
week.
plumb crazy. I'm sitting here thinking about it now. I'm going to wait till that bus comes back around. I need to open up Pack-a-Punch. Let's go open up Pack-a-Punch. I don't even know where I'm at. Oh, yeah. It's the wrong place. That's wild. Yeah. That's wild. Search up the definition geometry on amen and see what it means. You guys watching, search that up and see what that means. Because there's some of you that's going to think it's whatever, but think about it. See what it means. Oh, look. We're back right where we need to be. So, we're going to set this here.
Oh, the knees is
New zombies mode? What do you mean? What do you mean? Quasar. New zombies mode. You saying that's making me think that it's on the new game, like Cold War. Are you talking about Cold War?
time to spread the joy.
We're gonna keep this gun here, and we're gonna keep this gun.
Keep forgetting to count my bullets.
We need to get down to one zombie. You talking about Cold War?
Get you
Man, I give up on that game, dude.
hate the field.
I need to play it though.
Double points.
In Cold War? No, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Man, geometry, dude. You got me thinking, man. You got me thinking like hardcore.
What's that? I heard something.
He goes, what's that? I heard something. I heard something too, and his name was Jesus. That's plumb wild. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna definitely stream it, Quasar. I'm gonna definitely stream the new map when it comes out. I'm gonna try to stream at least 3 times a week. This is my goal. Like, uh-oh, I can't see. I've literally can't see nothing here. I'm gonna have to turn around. I can't see now. Can you guys see?
Blow your house down.
I've got off topic. I can't see. Let me run back this way. Yeah. I turned on that light and it made it brighter in here and I can't see. Figure if I just stay straight. Right here. I can see now. I can see now. Well, it's not, yeah, he's blessed you with money. He blessed you with your taste back. Remember, 3 days after you prayed the prayer, you got it back. You know, and it would be different if it had been a day or all that. It was a sign of the Trinity, the Spirit, the Holy Ghost, the Father, you know. I'm telling you, Manny's got a lot in store for you, Geometry. I swear he does. I bet $100 you're gonna bet. You know, you might be a warrior that he's calling. You know, you got that belief, dude. People don't really believe in God. Like a lot of people that even watch me don't really believe in Him. They think, oh yes, there's a God, there's this and there's that. They think that, but they don't believe as if He was right there with them. And people that, oh my goodness. I knew that wasn't going to work when I set that down. I knew that wasn't going to open. I knew it. But anyways, people don't believe. Like they really don't. And it's like it's so frustrating to tell someone, say, hey, do you believe in God? And they say, yeah, I believe in God. But then they'll walk in a store, or I mean, then whenever it's hard to explain. It really is. So I gotta go. Where am I? I'll go this way. You know, if you trust in Him and believe in Him with everything in you, then there's things that happen. I mean, there's people in history that have been brought up in power, literally have the power to raise the dead. Like, I mean, that's not something that was made up one day. That really happened. Who do you think Jesus is? Most people don't even know. Like when you say, yeah, do you know Jesus? They think it's some spiritual thing that somebody never existed. He was a man that walked the earth that literally had the power to raise the dead. He didn't have no like regular dad. You know how you have children? If I would have just not broke that. God was his daddy. You know, it was like a woman that just got pregnant, you know, without having a man involved. It's hard to explain that, right?
Old man's hip.
Yeah. Oh, you did, Quasar? Yeah. And maybe that is God that did with the COVID vaccine. I mean, I don't know. Did he bless people with the knowledge to... Hold on, am I gonna go down? I mean, maybe. Yeah, me, I'm not gonna take the vaccine, obviously. I mean, but that's me. Like, that's not anybody else. Like, I don't feel like I need to, right? You know, others do. It's amazing that they have something that will cure people. They try to make this. That literally has a way, let's see. Capture screen. No, that's not right. Let's see here. That's amazing, Quasar, that you got it now. Let's see. I don't want to get off topic. Look, stuff like that, I'm sitting here thinking, stuff like that is like, can easily offend people. You know? Yeah. I wouldn't get it. I'm saying I wouldn't get it, you know. But that's me, right? You know, I don't know why. Dude, if you asked me to give you a 100% reason why I wouldn't get the vaccine, is because I am such a believer, right? And God and these things right here that I think that and that the virus isn't as deadly as people put it. You know, put it out there. Although it is bad, I know people in my life that has died from it, or that has died that they literally put down that COVID killed them and stuff. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I feel uncomfortable. Like I really feel uncomfortable talking about this because it's so controversial, right? I don't even know what he said. What did he say? Oh yeah, ban him immediately. Yeah, if somebody says something like that, ban him immediately. Well, you guys know, your moms. I feel like when it comes to COVID-19, it's scary. Look, Geometry Dash was so scared, right? But when he got it, you know, it didn't last but a few days, right, Geometry? A few days. But then there's people that I know that's got it and died, you know. So it's one of those things. God gives people knowledge for medicine and technology and events. So maybe that's what maybe the vaccine was a blessing. I don't know. I know that my granny needs one, like she really does. I know that my mom needs one. You know, I feel like it'd make me feel better, you know. But myself, as no underlying conditions and all that, there's more people that need it besides me. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want to say anything to make someone think, well, this guy's got some weird priorities, you know, type deal. You get what I'm saying?
What's
Yeah, I know people that done that. Yeah, I know people that's got COVID, Blade. And yeah, I hate that happened. But you know, listen to there was a woman.
I'm gonna use your phone.
There was a woman the other day. Her name was Sue. Pam, remember Sue?
Yeah.
Right. Well, she said that her dad had died from COVID. Now he was old. Sue was about 50 years old. I thought that I was supposed to meet somebody that their name was like S and E or whatever. Like it was a thought that come in my. I don't know. I talked about it on a previous video, and I met this woman named Sue, and she literally had her dad died from COVID. Now, out of that death, it brought all of her family back together.
you just learned a hard
Right? Now, I know people where I'm from that an older person caught COVID, survived COVID, died from a blood clot, and then they said that he died from COVID. COVID doesn't kill you from blood clots. COVID kills you from your lungs. Like, basically, that's what ends up happening. You smothering to death, right? You get put on a ventilator for a few weeks, and ventilators, it's just one of those things, man. It's one of those things. It's so controversial. It's like you, Blake, you had your papa pass away from it. Susan, her dad passed away, and out of that death, there was four or five people that had not talked to each other in 40 years, literally best friends again. So there is joy in suffering. Something always comes out. Maybe your papa, I don't know. Like, I can't answer those questions. I can't really do it. I mean, you know, but I know this, that throughout history, when people get away from God, especially nations get away from God, plagues happen. You think coronavirus is the first time something happened? Always. 1917, the Spanish flu. People were acting absolutely insane back then. Before that, it was something else and something else and something else. And each time that happens, people literally get on their hands and knees. They pray for God to come in and help them and save them. And then what happens? God comes in and he helps them and he saves them. You know, so I don't understand it. I do know that America's about to go through a rough time. You know, what's up, AJ? Yeah, if you feel like God's told you to do that geometry, I'd say let's go for it, buddy. There was somebody one time told me that I would be, my dad, he said one time, he said that Paul would be pastor before he's 30. Now listen, I was drinking, doing drugs, partying all the time. I thought he was crazy. But I always said that the only way that I would become a pastor is if God himself sent it to me in a vision or told me himself, you know. And a lot of people is like, well, God don't talk to people individually. Well, no, God has spoke to people individually, like Moses, like Elijah, you know. But usually it's through a pattern, a mathematical pattern, right? It's like things that constantly happen, like winning the lottery seems 1 in a million, right? So if you have something in your life, one day you see the number 5. Say you're driving down the road and then you see a number 5. The next day it's number 7, number 8, and then you go and buy a lottery ticket and you put them numbers in and you win. That's a pattern that obviously wouldn't happen without happening. They say, prophets usually say that that's how God talks to you, through a pattern. Why isn't that door open? Please tell me that I didn't. Oh my gosh, I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid.
Well, old man, you done screwed the pooch now.
Uh-oh. We're in a pickle. We're in a pickle.
Well, look at this. Yeah.
We're in a pickle.
Get out.
And long against it's time for sleep. My grandpa was a pastor.
Keep out.
You know something, Blade? Was your grandpa, how long ago did he pass away? Was it just like a few days ago? Are you from Tennessee, Blade? Are you from Tennessee? This is something I find, well, there was a minister named Keith Nix. There was a woman that come up in his ministry and asked Keith to pray for a pastor that was on a ventilator. He was an older person. He was on a ventilator for and he was a pastor of a church. That's wild. What would the odds of that being your papa, right? What would the odds of that being your papa? That's probably astronomical. That wouldn't even be possible, right? No, North Carolina. He passed in October. Yes, it's way farther back. This is something else. There was somebody like that. You're in North Carolina. I live in North Carolina. You know that, right, Blade? I live in Spruce Pond, North Carolina. Do you know where that's at?
The folks from now on. Ain't no one allowed to touch Russ Man.
That's plumb wild, dude.
You got some bullets for the old man?
That's plumb wild.
I'll plumb out.
Yeah, it was like just thoughts on that. It's crazy. It's wild. Oh yeah, you don't got to keep packing. I think that
Later, Gators.
I'm near Rocky Mountain. Is that a town like that? I mean, it sounds like you're saying you're near Rocky Mountain, Tennessee, but like it sounds like a. After you kill off what spawns, if you stand right here, they only come from the front. And the door won't close neither if you got somebody down in there. If you guys didn't know that.
Suck not to be me.
I don't know, the coronavirus is a real thing. It's something else. I don't know. I know that God talks about plagues on the world. He does. It's in the county. There's a county named Rocky Mountain. Because the Rocky Mountains could be Colorado or anything like that. I live in a town. It's called Spruce Pond, North Carolina. It's near Asheville. Burnsville, North Carolina is right next to it. It's like super mountains. The Parkway, the National Park, or the Parkway is like right next to me. I think you can get to Tennessee, and the county next to me is called Bakersville, and you can get to Tennessee, North Carolina, or North Carolina. Tennessee's a whole different state. You get to Tennessee in like 15 minutes. You know.
No good comes from a storm like that. About time I catch a break.
But anytime you talk about anything controversial like that, like coronavirus and deaths and all that, it makes people mad. It makes other people understanding. Like, it's such a controversial thing to talk about. It really is. You know, you have people that don't understand one thing. You know, my dad died when he was younger. Like, he was 43 years old. Maybe 42. Died real young. But, you know, when he died, he was praising God. Like, he literally was. God had showed him he was going to die weeks before he was. He told my mom that whenever he went to the hospital this next time, it would be the last time. She goes, how do you know? He said, through a dream, God showed him that that would be the last time. You know? And he had something called dystonia. It was a muscle disorder. But cigarettes, like, really hurt him. Like, really hurt him, killed him young. And it does that to some people. But dystonia is what, like, made it worse. It's a muscle disorder. And he was praising God, even the moment when he goes to die. My Uncle William, same way. But you got to think, my dad literally was shaking real bad. If you search a video on somebody with severe Parkinson or dystonia, his body was like drawled up. He was shaking real bad. He was suffering. To pray for him to live longer would have been selfish, you know. Like, and there's so many people that he witnessed to that got saved. So I mean, it was like, man, you know. Some people and his whole family, like his uncles or his brothers, all was awful. Got one of his brothers was a murderer, been in prison for 7, 8 murders. You know. His other brother was a big drug dealer. Drug down all the time. You see what I'm saying? If my dad wouldn't have been sick, then he would have never been with God. Hold on, we're going to have to do something. We're going to get killed here. Round 30 takes forever on these games, don't it?
Take that, you lightning bolt bone shaker!
I should have put round 30 on transit or something challenge, not round 30 on all maps, because we've been streaming 53 minutes and we're only like around 14. You know? I just don't get it. I've seen Codename Pizza set and play for hours and hours and hours of zombies. I just don't see how they do it. Like when you get older, like I just don't see how they do it. Me, I lose interest after 15, 20 rounds. Is that the way you guys are now?
Put you in the dirt, dirty. Put you in the dirt, dirt eater.
4 hours away? Oh yeah, man, that's a long ways.
Like a cow pissing on a
That's a long ways. You're like now to the coast. Man, I feel so bad for people. I'm just sitting here thinking about stuff. So many people do so many bad things. You know that? It's like so many people do so many bad things. And why is that? You know, in our history, let me ask you guys something. Think about it. Why is it that every time in our history and other countries' history and all that, Why is it that every time countries always are in the gutter, plague stricken in the gutter, and then someone rises up talking about Jesus, God, preaching, and then the country gets better and is led by that person. And then after about 60, 70 years, when that guy dies, someone else shows up doing a bunch of awful stuff,
You
right?
good freakalope.
A bunch of awful stuff, and then the country gets destroyed again. Over and over, like 100, 200 years that happens. Since the beginning of time, no matter what country it is or whatever, it's always been like that. It's wild. I just don't understand that. It's like we don't even know how to make the right choice from the beginning of time. How are we going to make it now? People think that the older, the farther we get into technology, people know right from wrong. They know better. But think about it. How chaotic are we? Let me ask you, if there's anybody watching that's like 40 years old, 30 years old, didn't you think 20 years ago that they'd have flying cars now? Or 30 years ago? Like, I mean, really? It's wild, right? I always thought there would be like all this stuff, and they would show these movies of time machines in 2021 and all that. Now we're here, and it's no different than it was a long time ago. It's no different than it was a long time ago. It's that people get out of the will of God and they literally get destroyed, dude. You know? I seen a post the other day. Trump blocked 200,000 Chinese troops from going to Canada for a training exercise. Quasar, you live in Canada, right? Did you see about that? You see about Canada sent troops over to China to train? Like, why in the world would the Chinese troops need to be trained by Canadians on a border town to America? Like, that's plumb wild. I was watching a Canadian news on that. Something about Canadian. It was talking about Donald Trump blocked a petition from the Chinese Communist Party to send 200,000 troops to Canada in order to train their soldiers on a training program. Said that Canada had did that to China over the course of so many years that they did that, and it was like, what? Like, whoever's in league over there would have to know that's a ploy, right? 200,000 troops of a nation that's in competition with another one on a border town. It just sounds crazy, right? Sounds made up. It's like, sounds absolutely made up. Did you see that, Quasar?
And do you see that? Magnificent.
Round 30 challenge on all maps is gonna take forever. Forever. You know. I think that I need to like super speed through the rounds on other maps. Because we've been streaming right now exactly 59 minutes. 59 minutes exactly. You know? Which seems like forever. AJ. I didn't even see you there, buddy. Because I don't look at chat much. It's not like sometimes chat's flowing right when I start, and then we get on these controversial conversations, and then it's like you make a bunch of people mad. They're like, well, you know, that's the way it works, though, right? It's like, especially when you're an influencer, you got to be really careful about what you talk about. And here lately, I've been tired, like really tired, and not thinking 100% on certain things. And then after I say them, I'm like, well, I should have just not, or I should have just not said this right here because of this right here and because of that.
Ain't no one
But the
allowed
truth
to
is, someone should always be honest about who they are and what their opinions are, you know? They shouldn't be censored because of what one person thinks. Everybody has a difference of opinion, right? Your opinion might be different than mine. And I might have a good reason why I think the way I think, and you might have a good reason why you think that way. And I think most people are act because the majority of people act a certain way, right? So if they're in somewhere that says that this is right and that is wrong, then they're going to be around them people. Then they're going to think that way. I've always been someone that questioned everything. My whole life, I've always questioned everything. I've never listened to any one person. But that's just
When
who
I
I
was
am.
young, we respected our elders. We did what they said. What's wrong with the young people today? I thought it was good before, but now it's double plus good.
You know, it's cool if you guys notice they don't come down these stairs.
I've seen the edge and
After you kill
that's still
the spawn, this will work out good. After you kill off the spawn, watch. We'll kill off 22 zombies. They won't come up these stairs. That's a good tip to know.
I hit you, you hit the grave.
Does the game sound too loud still?
Down you go. Respect your elder, children.
Geometry, what made you want to become a pastor? Is it just so that you could preach the good news? Game sound is pretty loud, isn't it? I love this map. I really do. I think a lot of people didn't like Transit because they played something else first. You know? Everybody that played Transit first loved it.
You no good freakalope.
But everybody that played Mob of the Dead and that stuff first,
Put you in the dirt.
they didn't like it. Alright, we're gonna get out of here.
Later, Gator.
I've been taking about a lot of money and not putting it back in. Been taking a lot of money out and not putting it back in.
About time I catch a break.
I was wondering, if it was gonna get me demonetized because they're constantly cussing, but I've not heard him cuss one time. I wonder if it's hard to train with all that fire. I know it used to be with the doors open. Or bare doors. Yeah, it's gonna suck right here.
Double points. Line up to die, dummies.
Without double tap, man. Oh my gosh, that's what's wrong. I don't have double tap. I might down myself and get it.
you listen to that? Ugh! Well, would you
What was that? What did I just get?
touching me? No, you ain't.
One time I spent like 2 hours trying to get
No good. Freak
the
'em up.
Mark II. And then when I got it, I had a horde of zombies that were on fire and I shot them and died. Isn't that ironic? Yeah, that truly happened. That really happened. I think I'm gonna go get me a shield. Like when the bus comes around, I'm gonna ride the bus and get a shield.
No.
Man, it looks so different. Like it really does on this PC versus sitting at home on just like an old TV.
You know
I bet this game looks amazing on the Xbox Series X.
Insta-kill.
I hit you, you hit the grave.
Double points.
Come and get it, rot snogglers. Ugh.
It's just so loud. The sound is so loud. I've turned it down like really low. There's not supposed to be 70 zombies on solo.
Carpenter!
Hammer and nails is for young folk.
Oh, that about messed me up right there.
Ain't no one allowed to touch Rushman. No. Put you in the dirt, dirt eater.
Even without double tap, this gun's still in one shot right now.
You touching me? No, you
And have you
ain't
guys
touching
noticed the
me.
bus hasn't been here? Let's go see if we can't get the ray gun. I'm not gonna hold a zombie though, because we got so many maps ahead of us. What do you mean, Buck? In Cold War? Tombstone's coming back in Cold War? Is that what you're talking about?
Ugh.
I know I need double tap.
No rewrite. Plus thieves will be punished severely.
Oh,
Please come forward and enter the bus on the line.
you've been irradiated.
Yeah. Well, you know, Tombstone was one of those perks, dude. It's like nobody liked it, but I loved it. It was good on a small map. You know? Tombstone, like people liked it, but they didn't. It was dumb.
Look at you. You
On this map right here, it was really dumb. You couldn't even get back to your Tombstone.
Passengers
No.
who engage in violence will be forcibly ejected.
ain't no one allowed to.
Did you
touch
hear that?
Rushman.
It said that people were engaged in violence would be forcefully ejected.
We reserve the right to deny service.
Yeah, come on, dummies.
Yeah,
Chase the
what
bus,
is
keep that
Tombstone
extra
anyways? It's basically you die and you can't keep all your stuff. Right?
Put you in
That's what it was on here, but nobody could get back to it. It was like a minute and a half. They couldn't get back to it. What's that? I said claim close.
Red zone is for loading and unloading of passengers.
Please do not board or exit the bus while the bus is being loaded.
Who's Who is awful, man.
Waiting in the speedway.
Who's Who is awful. It just is a way to get 2 downs. That's all it was. If you could have picked up your body and the zombies wouldn't have been at you, it would have been awesome.
Rust Man likes to ride a bus that's relatively
Well, would you
zombie
listen
free.
to that?
We are privileged to have met you.
Red zone is for loading and unloading of passengers.
Look at that. The boards are steel. Oh, look, those are wood.
My heart can't take this kind of abuse.
Yeah. I mean, they just messed up, dude. They took a game that wasn't theirs, and they messed up. That's what happened. New maps can come out and maybe make it better.
Super Ben wasn't active. All passengers must disembark from painless or agonizing death.
But as of right now, the game is just yeah. You know. When's the last time you played it, Buck? When's the last time you played Cold War and locked it?
You no good freakalope.
Right here was my old training spot.
Hit the feel of this fog.
Right here.
You touching me? No, you ain't touching me. Ah, looks like Rust Man winged you, fool.
Yesterday? You played it yesterday and you locked it. Well, you know, hey, if you locked it, a lot of people may lock it, dude. I loved it when it came out. The new game mode is boring. Yeah, there we go. I think you don't want to feel like you lost your money is the truth, right? You don't want to feel like that you wasted your money.
No, getting low on thunder plugs.
And I know how you feel because I think that's everybody. How do you think I feel? I spent $70 on 2 different
I got
game
a
modes.
bad feeling about
Or
that
2 different consoles. You know? I mean, I really wasted my money.
What's that? I heard something.
Because I didn't realize the desktop audio playing through was an easy fix. You know, John showed me how to fix it.
No one allowed to touch Rust Man.
Insta-kill.
That'll make it easier on my bum hip. You ain't running no more marathons.
Yeah, I thought the jingle mode was kind of whack too. I ain't even seen the new one. I haven't watched anything about it. But I'm really into like a whole different thing. The me streaming today wasn't even supposed to happen. Like, you know, playing zombies in general is, I mean, I was just trying to the people to you and Quasar, you know, I don't know. I feel like that a lot of people subscribe because of zombies. And I count everybody as an individual. Crank is so boring. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what that is. I ain't gonna even gonna lie. I didn't even know.
Dummies.
If I wouldn't even know what you was talking about if I hadn't seen something today. I think it was today. Ooh. Ooh. Red.
Nature's got
Yeah.
nothing to do with that one.
I try to, what I'm trying to say is I try to get to everybody, you know.
You
And
touching me?
Mr. Lowkey, he subscribed on Fortnite, even though he keeps coming back
My own ass
and
twice
watching
days.
like Minecraft and stuff like that. Jacob, he subscribed on count of Fortnite too, you know, in Minecraft. And so it's like, but most of the people was on this game right here, Black Ops 2. And so I figured, hey, you know, it's been a long time. There's not a lot of zombie stuff out there right now that people like except customs.
No one allowed to
So I
touch
figured I
my
would just
sand.
come and play this today. You know, because what? It's been like 2 days
About time
since I've streamed. 2 days. 3 days. I think it was Saturday, the last time I was online. You know.
Put you in the dirt, dirt eater.
But I don't know where YouTube's gonna go. Like I don't know where I want to go with YouTube right now. I mean, it'd be different if I had a couple 100,000 subscribers, but no, it wouldn't. Yeah, no, it wouldn't. Listen, I think of everybody as an individual, as the same one. You know, it makes a collective of people, and I try to do everything for. You know, everybody. Obviously, you can't make everybody happy. If you played everything everybody wanted to play, you'd be playing 10 different games a day, and there's only so many hours of the day. I mean, I try to keep it with zombies. Is what I originally loved to play with zombies. You know, and somewhere down the road we got out of that. I think Black Ops 3 took it away from really enjoying zombies to it being, oh my gosh, this is so overpowered and fun, and then they're never going to be able to make a game like Black Ops 3. They could make a game identical to Black Ops 3 and it wouldn't be the same thing. It would be like playing a custom map. Right? That's what it would be. I just think that whenever you have pepperoni pizza every day, or cheese pizza every day, and then somebody gives you pepperoni, you never can go back to that cheese pizza. You get what I'm saying? I'm using that as an analogy. And it really ruined it from zombies. It wasn't that it was Fortnite. You know, it was that they made a game so perfect, and then they took away what made it perfect in the next one, and then the next one. You know, and it really hurt it. It really did.
Insta-kill. 2 for 1 on the Frinklopes.
What do you think, Buck? You think that's what happened? I know that this is fun, though. It really is. In a sense, it is.
Guts.
You know what's crazy? I've been feeling like I need to build someone, or it was this local pastor named Brent. You know, build him a church. I'm like, I looked up in the heavens and I'm like, God, how am I going to build him a church? I don't have the money for that. And I got this feeling. I got this weird feeling like you let me worry about the how. You just keep following what you need, or you know, my word, and keep on doing what you're doing. And I'll figure it out, figure the rest out. And I mean, I've been sitting there thinking it's going to be YouTube, it's going to be this or that. But the thing is, I need to quit worrying about it and just let it happen. You know that? I need to really quit worrying about it and let it happen. You know, because if I sit there and look for how it's going to happen, I'm never going to figure it out.
You're broken now, you nasty thing.
I don't know of anybody that literally
Getting all wet.
tried to be where they are. Most people, they just become, you know, they just start something they like doing with a little bit of or a little bit of hope, and then they just, I don't know, just like a nuke goes off, right? He said, yeah.
No.
You notice, Buck, I don't send you an invite anymore, right?
That's what you get for starting shit.
It used to be you guys send me an invite all the time. Hey, you want to play? And then when I finally had the time to play, you guys were always busy. But that's usually the way it works.
No good comes from a storm like that.
Mangler, what's up, dude? What's going on? I knew I'd see you, brother. I knew I'd see you. You know those zombies are not dying, they're respawning? Anybody realize that?
Put you in the dirt, dirt eater.
You know, like somebody told me one time, take the, use the foot on Origins
You no good freakalope.
to kill the zombies, but it just respawns them. That's all it does.
Ain't no one allowed to touch Rushman.
Black Ops 2 was so fun, it really was. You know, I had a guy who wouldn't play with me because he said I cheated the other day. Mangler, I literally had, and Mangler, have you ever known me to like cheat? A lot, you know, I think it was a couple of years ago whenever we did that. When was the last time that we played that, The Grief, right? Me and you, not on stream, me and you, and it was me, you, and what's his name? Zekton. It was me, you, and Zekton. Oh no, it ain't no big deal, dude. I only done it because I thought that you guys I was neglecting you guys, Buck. That's why I was sending in invites. I felt like that, you know, in the past that we played a lot, and now that I'm back streaming, that you guys wanted to play and stuff like that. But no, it was because of Yuns. If Yuns didn't think it like that, then and then it was me expecting something that I shouldn't. It happens like that. It really does. Yeah, but the guy, the cell block, but it was the host thing. You told me that in order to play, not just you, I would play cell block and people would cheat. Like they would force host, they would kick you out if you're winning, they would, and stuff like that. So I saved that film that would give you host. And that dude said that we were playing in a game, and then he was fussing about people that had it. I didn't even know I had it on my edited films list. Didn't even know. And I mean, I'm sitting there agreeing with the guy, and then after the game, we go into another game, and he's like, "Hey, you got those mods on too. You're a friggin' cheater." That's what he said. I said, "Dude, I do not have no mods." And he said, "You do too." And you could not convince this kid that I didn't have them.
You no good freakalope.
You know, but it was when me and you were playing Cell Block
You touching me? No, you ain't touching me.
to get host. I watched that video to force host. But I never did get host. Like I never did figure out how to do it. I just saved the video and never did it. Because whenever oh, I'm stuck right here. Because it literally did something to one of the accounts. Like kicked me out or said I was banned for cheating. Think back then when we did that. The Zombie King 4544. A pizza guy? I don't remember what it was. It might have been. It might have been Pizza Guy. He's a little bit older. He was fussing. It was. I mean, he was the dude was fussing. It wasn't on Cell Block. I was playing with him on Transit, and he was fussing after that game. I'm saying I downloaded it whenever we were playing. Last round, guys. Last round for this map. Then we're going to do like a super fast map. Like really fast. We're going to do something that's like fast. Mob of the Dead, I don't think is fast. I hate that the sound's so loud. Is the zombies too loud, guys? Is the zombies too loud? I can train like this anywhere in this game. Anywhere. You know, I don't want to get... The only thing I hated about Black Ops 2 that would trip you up is those guys right there, those walkers. You see that? And guys, did you know that on this game right here, if you had to go take a pee and you needed to go to the bathroom, All you had to do is go up there at the end of that tunnel and walk behind 2 cones. It's literally 2 cones. I'll show you before I end the game. And all the denizens would stop coming. It won't work on solo because you can pause the game, obviously. But I think it was for... it was literally made as a spot that you could AFK. But just never got put into the game or never got found out, you know?
You touching me? No, you ain't touching me. Smell.
It's not too loud. Yeah, it was earlier. I'm glad it ain't. Why is that not working?
You're halfway to being dead, flesh gulper.
Did you see that?
No.
They was not going after that monkey. When you don't look at that, they're not going after the monkey.
Wait. Acting up. Hey,
This is the last round. I'd hate to die on the last round.
put you in the dirt.
I messed up and didn't get double tap. You need double tap. I don't care. You need double tap. If this gun had double tap, it would be dropping every one of those guns with 5 shots.
No. You touching me? No,
You know, I've got
ain't
like 8
touching
million
me.
kills on this game, but it don't matter now because all the leaderboards are like all messed up. Alright guys, there's round 30. Round 30 on this map. So let's do a different one. I think we got the thumbnail. Let's let this van pass. Or bus pass and we'll get another screenshot. Yeah. There we go. It's not too loud. Okay. When I first came on, dude, it was like super loud. It was like super, super loud. You hear that? Man, do you remember when that's all you heard, Mangler? Do you remember, like, whenever my wife said when she heard me turn on the game, she said she was talking about it. Let's see, what would be a fast map to go to 30 on? Let's do Buried. We'll try to get in 3 round 30 games. Let's do Buried. Buried's super fast. Like, you literally can camp at Juggernaut. So we'll do Buried. But anyways, yeah, when you would die, you would hear that, you know, that thing. It was pretty, that's nowhere near what it actually sounds like. But when you die, you would hear that sound, and then whenever you would play the game, I love watching Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is amazing, dude. Look at this. I mean, for you, it looks different. It looks brighter. Oh, and if you want this right here, you know, they used to have a thing. If you were level 1, you could buy that 3 times, and you would get a ray gun. Listen. Look at that. The LSAT, yeah, people would stay up here to get that, like 2,000 points. Just so cool, dude. Just so cool.
Don't worry, I'm not hurt badly.
We'll come back up here and get it after a while. Just so awesome. Look at this.
I suspect this place was a ghost town long before the tectonic
Look at that. Yeah. And you know, let me tell you something. The stupidest thing, and be honest, Mangler, be honest. Did you not at least once build the knuckles in front?
His own fear may have led him to lock himself inside the cell.
Have you not at least once built the knuckles
From your
inside
description, I suspect that your appetite for
the front of the saloon?
He appears to have cleared an obstacle for
Have
us.
you not at least done that
Destructive
once?
power just
Because that is the dumbest thing ever to do, man. And I did that multiple times. Somebody one time said, dude, why do you build the knuckles in front? I said, what do you mean? He says, why do you build the knuckles
This hit the spot.
in front of the saloon? He said, you only use the knuckles one time. You would want to build them somewhere totally different.
Obstacle for
You know?
us. His destructive power just may prove useful.
So stupid, right? It's like so stupid. Dude, I did it too. Like, I mean, it's everybody
Missed height. I will simply make
that ain't got no sense at first does it right there. The knuckles is like, the kid did that earlier. He was talking about he bought the game and he was just so excited about having a game. He really was, and he's sitting there telling me, or he buys it and puts it over there, and he's like, man, I've got the knuckles up. I said, please tell me you didn't build them in front of the saloon. And then he looks at me like, you know? Like he just looks at me all crazy, like his character. And he raises the gun up and down like this to tell me that he did it. I was so frustrated at first, and then it was like, I was like, yeah, I've done that dumb stuff too, you know.
Confirm that the power is now on.
And also, let me tell you this.
Something of an intolerance
How
to
many people have took this piece of candy and going to do what I'm about to do? Lock this box down before they move it. If you lock this box down before it's been moved, guess what? You can't get fire cells. We don't need fire cells. You got to hit it one time. If you don't hit it one time, that's why he misses a bunch.
Has anyone else stopped to ponder the unique closed bolt, open bolt design of this MG? Anyone? I recognize the relationship
If you hit it one time, then he'll,
and that's
bam,
affect with an E
right?
as opposed to affect, as in affectation.
Yeah,
When you carry around
it's amazing,
affectation
right? It's the
bravado.
best thing
Yes, I
ever.
see what you're up to.
You got to leave this door closed if you're going to train right here, though. But you don't really need to train. Yeah, locking the box was just awesome. It was insanely amazing. Amazing. Where's this last zombie? See my points? That long shot perk, I missed that so much. I just missed the long shot perk. It was just so awesome. This game is just awesome. It really is. You just can't beat it. I used to fuss with people. Did you know that we went through this like whole process? Mangler, I don't know if you remember it. It was this whole process. You would ask people, whenever you'd get in the lobby, you'd sit there for 30 minutes. I can't stand old timers that do it now, or OGs that play discs that do it now. They'll sit in the lobby for 30 minutes. As soon as you get in the lobby, they'll say, oh, I got to go get a drink, or I got to go take a pee. You know, or they'll say something like that, you know, or you get on a map that's got a glitch, and they're like, as soon as they get in the map, they go set up the glitch and get in it and say, I got to go take a pee, you know. Yeah, it blew my mind, like it blew my mind how they would do that.
Destructive power just
The first thing I would ask somebody, every time, is I'd say, how many wall crawlers have you killed? That's what I'd ask them. And if they didn't know what I was talking about, we immediately kicked them out of the lobby or went and found somebody else. It's like, how many crawlers have you killed? And usually people would either answer sarcastically, none. Some would be like one or two. You know, and then others would. You know why I didn't play this map right here? Because people cheated. They glitched. Literally, they would jump up in a glitch. Or they'd go over there and glitch, or they'd get up in that wall, and they would be like, "Oh, a glitch is good for a bathroom break." Okay, then only use it when you go to the bathroom. Don't sit up there all the time, or just let the zombies pile up for hours on end while you're playing in a public match, and and taking away the fun for the game. It was so crazy. This game was so crazy. Do you remember them saying if Weasel got the first kill, you'd get a double points? Remember people saying that craziness? Like it's so fun. You wanted a conspiracy, all you had to do is turn on. You didn't have to go to CNN. All you'd have to do is literally turn on Black Ops 2, and you would have some kind of weird conspiracy. If it was something about how if you got the first kill on Mob of the Dead, or if it was whoever got the first shovel in Origins, something stupid, just something stupid, right? It's just some old weird stuff. Something. It's just crazy. It was just so crazy. It was so fun. This was the first map that I made it to round 30 on solo. You know that? The first map I made it to round 30 on solo. It was probably... Oh, I'm dead. It was probably more than 30. I think it was 30. Yeah, I think it was 30. I think the highest thing I had... solo. Yeah, first map ever solo. Then I went to round 100, not 30. Sorry. If you check the leaderboards... I don't think you can right now. But I can sign into the count. It's 105. It's a Zombie King count. 105. And I used the resonator up there. And a turbine in there. A one turbine will blast 5 resonators. Hey, dude. Definitely. Do you know how long it will take to get to round 30 on the Black Ops 1 maps? I'll probably put a round 30 challenge on one map, because if you do that, that would take me and you. If me and you did that, dude, we could camp somewhere. And round 30 would take hours, like literally hours. It took me 1 hour on transit, but I can get there faster. Like you can sit right here and go to 30, and and it not take no time. You can get there a little faster.
That was a headshot.
Double points.
We now have the means to accrue credit at a substantially increased rate. Our collective future is now brighter, if only a little.
They were. I mean, I still love them. I still think they're the best, dude. Like, I really do. I don't even know where the perks are. Do you know where the perks are on this map? I know where, obviously, Jug is. It's right here. I think double taps in the witch's house. Stamina up is not something you need on this map. Quick revive was back up top. You know, there's a couple of people who probably still play these maps. I know every now and then I'll see that one guy. He, I don't know his name's Spuddy or something like that. It plays Nuketown a lot, round 50 challenge, or I'll delete my account. That's what I seen about a month or two ago. I'm like, well, I guess you're deleting, because I don't know if he ever made it, you know. Round 50 on any map. It's super hard on this game. Super hard. You ain't getting to it fast, that's for sure.
By the localized nature of such a blast.
Yeah. Speed call is in the bank. Double tap the witch's house. Speed call is in the bank. Oh, up there? Courthouse. You mean courthouse. I think that's what you mean. I don't know if you can get the ray gun Mark II. I'm gonna have to go get the perks, because I need double tap.
Oh, hey, Misty! You see how good I'm doing?
Double
Did you know that you can turn
Wish we
drops?
had more rewards based on simple mathematics.
I think you can turn drops with candy. Oh, if I
Hey,
miss
there
one
are
more
other
shot, it's
snacks
done.
around here, you know?
There we go. Look at the points I got. So round 7, I got 30,000 points.
I recognize the relationship between cause and effect, and that's effect.
All right, let's try to get that.
Affect is
I don't know what it's
affectation,
called.
something you carry around with
Let's try to get that one
affectation
guy.
of
It's a
bravado.
wonder
Yes,
weapon.
I see what you're up to.
Oh, we'll take that.
The ray gun Mark II.
We'll
I
take
cannot
that.
imagine how one could improve upon perfection.
We need that. Okay, let's go get some perks. Let's go get some perks. Some pretty perks. Some perks. Get the prettiers. I wanted to leave this door closed, but we're not going that far, so. Yes, courthouse. Watch. I get money back. Watch. You see that? I got 1,000
I'm
back.
intolerant to sugar
Then
and
you said
dairy.
speed
Only
color
neither
was
is
right
the
here.
ingredient in this beverage.
I used to camp right there. We put trample steens down here. Would you say Voltrade was in the church? Curriculum Bible was up top. Stamina up is over here. On the left, you said? Oh no, I didn't. Oh, it's gonna be over there. Yeah. So here, let me go get the booze, the boozy booze. Go get the drink of. It had to be in the bank. It had to be. Yeah. Of course. Of course.
That was a far more intimate encounter than I would have wished for. Personally, I do not care for this stuff, but it is not without its uses.
It's in the tunnel. Yeah. Hey, don't feel bad, dude. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Yeah, yeah. Geometry, I'm glad you're here. I was gonna ask you, dude. Something earlier, but I forgot. It was about being a pastor.
I trust you will assist us.
Forgot what it was, my main man. Geometry.
Destructive power just may prove useful.
Geometry spreading the good news, man. I seen that dude. When I seen that Hindu guy or that Indian guy
Perhaps this liquor bottle may be useful.
preaching about in London about that, he's talking about how he was sitting in prison for 8 years. God wasn't never a big thing, and he heard a guy speaking about God and Jesus.
You're a creature of
And
certain
about
taste.
preaching the
So
good
are you.
news. That's what it was called back in ancient times. And how he literally
For us, its destructive power just may prove useful.
called upon Jesus, called upon God to save his life. And said like a miracle happened. And it was just, and it happened. It's like he saved him. And now he's out on the streets of London preaching. And like literally, oh, that gun is so good. So beautiful. So beautiful. Just me and Flex. Yeah, I know. Well, also, SPL, he watches on the Xbox. There's 4 or 5 people that watches on the Xbox that can't chat. Like, that's literally a thing. Chat's hard to stay alive on a small creator like me that doesn't upload or stream frequently. It is. It'll stay alive for a minute, and then other times You know, other times it's not. Now, when I stream all the time, 2 times a day, chat's constantly going with new people. What happened when I was streaming every day? I was gaining 2 or 3 new people a day. They were constantly talking. You know, all right. So let's go through and get. We're gonna want quick revive. I'm trying to get that time bomb. That's what I want. But when you neglect YouTube, it's like neglecting your children. If you neglect your children, they don't listen. And that's basically what happens, dude. It's the truth. Think about it. When I'm here every day, more people come in new. They just scroll by the channel and stuff. When I upload videos, I get more views than I do if I stream for 4 hours. You know? That's just the way it works. It's not.
I will not speculate
It's
as
like
to
being
the
a
supernatural
shepherd.
nature
You
of all
know?
this.
You know, David from the Bible said that. You know why he compared humans to sheep? Because sheep are so daggum needy. And if you tell me that you're not needy, then you're crazy. You're lying to yourself. All humans are needy. We need this, we need that, we need this and that. You know, it's just constantly. You know, we always want. Oh, I want this, I want that, I want this and that. But if you got food on your table, it shouldn't matter. But people, you know, I heard about that new Xbox Series X, and I'm like, I'm going to buy that. That's what I was going to do. I was going to go waste money on it that I didn't have. Like, I was going to go buy it because I thought it'd be better than what I already had. But the truth was, I didn't need to spend $500 or something like on that. Because after I waited a minute, I was seeing that there's nothing on the new Xbox. The only thing that system does is make Fortnite players have 120 frames. That's it. All other games are exactly the same. There's no difference between an X and a Series X. You know, makes you look a little better, but heck, you want good graphics. If you're running a PC, or I'm saying, if you're using an Elgato to stream, upload on YouTube, you can't get over 60 frames. You just can't do it. So, I mean, finally got some. I need to go get Pack-a-Punch. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I needed. Alright, we got what we wanted. Let's go. Now, guys, I don't want this. You're like, what? This gun is good. It is. But it ain't what I want. When you're camping here, this is not the gun to have. If you're camping here with 4 players, this is the gun that it's okay. But when you're camping right there by yourself, that's not the gun to have. Ooh. Yeah, I know, right? Finally, give me the paralyzer. Finally, I don't need just the paralyzer. I need the time bombs. I don't need the time bombs, but I want them so I can get all the perks first try. So I'm gonna hit the box like one more time, and then I'm just gonna go on. Cause right now I'm almost 2 hours in, and I'm only been 1 round 30. We'll get it later. Like, we'll get it later, cause you can't get but 7 perks anyways. Oh, this is how we're gonna get up to get quick revive. Hold on.
Evidently, I hit something. I cannot see what though.
Now, how do I get up here to get it right here? It's crazy, right? It's bloody crazy. fact that I can even do
essential
that.
to our survival. I hope this fact is lost on Stuhlinger.
Alright. Monkeys are more important anyways. Best gun ever. Who can say that? Dude, that is so insane. How did I know that? You tell me how I knew that was going to happen right there. You're like, well, you didn't know that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was. I was like, what are the odds of every time that I go to do something and then that last time is the time that needs to be done? I flew up there. I got the quick revive. I was going to come over here and just not get quick revive and then do it next time. And I just felt like, go back and do it that last time and you'll get those time bombs.
No one can help you.
Yes, someone can. It's Jesus. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm baffled with that. I'm baffled with that right there. And that's not just that. It's things that happen like that. It's like knowing. Come on. We don't want this woman stealing 2,000 points. It's the last one. Okay.
I had hoped this would actually be a labyrinth. They are, after all, significantly more navigable. Does not appear to have done anything.
Oh my gosh. Please be the right one. How do you use it?
Such folly plays little role in my decision making.
Oh, there we go.
I recognize the relationship between cause and effect, and that's effect with an E as opposed to affect, as in affectation, something you carry around, Russman. Affectation of bravado. Yes, I see what you're up to.
Alright, so we're going to try this way. I got a feeling it's this way. I could be wrong. I was wrong. Alright, let's go down here and pack. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, my good sir? We was talking about you earlier, man.
These machines were built by
We was
other
talking about you earlier. And let me tell you,
I'm thinking that this
Yeah.
is merely the first of
we
several
was talking
potential
about you
enhancements.
earlier, Mr. Loki. We was
There's to be
wondering
some
where
other
you
force
was.
at work here. These
I
things
see you
cannot
left a
simply
lock right when
be
you
in-
got here.
The operation of this
I want to
machine
tell you, there's
is worth
one
the
sight on the gun that makes me
regardless
feel
of the complexity
better
of the
about.
upgrade.
Like, I don't know why, and it probably don't do anything. It's just a different attachment. But this one right here makes me feel better.
I am confident that you did not, in fact, see that coming. Yeah, just a thought. Has anyone ever raised the question of
Get
fallout?
off me, punk.
Radiation poisoning? Anyone?
So remember how I said it was the other way? If you would have went vice versa, if you would have went right instead of left, one pathway just circles all the way around. That's what it does.
I had thought someone else might deal with you, but alas, they did not. Such folly plays the
Buried was
role
pretty
in my
awesome, right?
decision-making.
You guys want the LSAT? This is how you get it. You use this to get back up here. Or you could have just jumped and bought it like that. You know, or you could have flew up there and got it. But that, obviously that table has to be there. Alright, so we're going to camp right here. I guess we could get something else, but we're only going to round 30. So let's see how fast we can get to round 30. We need 20 more levels.
Double points.
You guys want to get a max ammo every time? You want me to show you how to get a max ammo, like 2 max ammos every time? Or how to get a max ammo and redo your time bomb? You literally wait till the max ammo's in front of you. Before you throw one down. If you throw a time bomb, and then you'll never die. Yeah, you'll lose a round or two, but something about this gun or this attachment.
I'd sympathize with your plight if it wasn't for your incessant grabbing.
You know, now this is why you don't use a paralyzer. Let me show you why you don't use a paralyzer. When you use a gun and you shoot, zombies never stop coming.
I think he's seeking out a place of safety.
You see that? Yeah, you can change the drops with candy. Now I got that max ammo right there. You hold the time bomb out. You see how the zombies never stop coming until the end of the round? They just keep coming. Now it's the end of the round. Now watch when I use this paralyzer. They're literally going to stop. It took me 18 hours straight through a playing to get to level one, round 105. 18 hours. I walk in the bathroom, I come back. Well, you know, I died. Let's just say I died on 105. Now watch what happens. When I kill off the first wave of zombies, they'll quit spawning.
There remains the problem of just what to do with his upper torso.
Unless they've updated it. Yeah, there they go.
I fear I shall never be able to scrub this wretched stench from my skin.
Now they started spawning again. It was like, unless they updated it, whenever you use this paralyzer, after you kill off a first wave, it seems they'll stop coming. For a few seconds. It's about unnoticeable, but it is.
Show you no mercy. 0, 0, zip. This weapon exhibits a characteristic commonly known
They might have
as
fixed it. I
stomping
mean,
power.
I don't know. They might have fixed it. No, they didn't. See? See? You see what I'm talking about?
Take solace in the fact that you served your purpose, whatever it was.
And the higher the rounds you get, the more it does that. The worse it does it. The more you use it, the worse it does it. It's like, for some reason, and after about round 20 or so, claymores don't make it. Ain't even worth putting them out. Like, they ain't gonna save you, you know. Mr. Loki, I come on to play Fortnite with you the day before yesterday, or it might have been yesterday. It said you had just got off, got offline. We'll do Fortnite,
Without provocation.
if not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. The next stream will be Fortnite. I'm going to try to do more you know, for you guys. We'll play some Fortnite. So yeah, the next stream will be Fortnite. Or at least the start of the stream will be Fortnite.
Cause and effect.
I'm going to grind out.
Opposed to affect, as in affectation.
I'm going to grind the heck out of Black Ops Cold War Zombies whenever the new DLC drops.
Your execution was
Doing all the achievements and doing all that stuff, you know. I'm gonna literally make a tutorial on how to get the stuff for it. You know, like, well, there ain't no shield obviously, but you know, round 100 strategies, stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna grind I mean, just absolutely just grind on it. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, you can, it'll happen, buddy. I'm not going to stream or play the game on Sundays.
I feel justified.
Did you know, let me ask you, how many of you guys know this? We're talking about the Bible and stuff, right? How many of you guys know that God didn't make, when it talks about in Genesis, when God made the day, it doesn't say that God made the morning and the night and then he called it a day. It says that God made the evening and the day. Talking about God wasn't afraid of the darkness, you know. Plumb wild, right? Says he made the evening and the night, and then he called it day. He was satisfied and called it day. It's like, you know, it was just all darkness, made the sun and made it light, and he separated the light from the dark. That's plumb wild.
Our collective future is now brighter.
Plumb wild.
Only a little.
I like Black Ops 2 because the game is futuristic, but there aren't any exosuits and all that. Yeah, listen, I ain't up all about exosuits. Like, I don't like the multiplayer version, you know, of Advanced Warfare. But if you wanted something different, Advanced Warfare, give it to you. Talking about exosuits, you want to play a really fun zombies game that's different, that's fun to play. Advanced Warfare was, I think it's called Advanced Warfare. It was so fun. Yeah, you're right. Exosuits, futuristic. Yeah, it ain't got all that junk. Zombies. Treyarch just, if Treyarch did this, if they just made a game like this, and you're like, oh, well, they did. Yeah, but they did too much. Like I said, they brought pepperoni pizza to the table when all we had was cheese. With black cheese pizza. Like, I'm using that as an analogy. And once you get pepperoni, cheese ain't no satisfying no more. So, like, whenever they brought Black Ops 3, they're going to have to make something like Black Ops 3 to get the community to like it again. If I had $100 million that I could just spend on a game to make it, I would make a game that's almost identical to Black Ops 3 as far as the zombies goes. I'd put the gobble guns back in. I'd call them something different, but I'd put them back in. I would maybe make them a little bit less power, like power vacuum. I would put it where it didn't last 4 rounds, but it lasts 1 round. You know, 4 rounds is just absolutely insane. You know, but 1 round is fair enough, right? I'd make the rounds count just like they did on this. You know, and the zombies would be just like this. And I bet you that would be the best Call of Duty ever. You know, I bet it would. I don't bet it would. I know it would. You know. And Mangler, thank you for that $1.15, dude. Mr. Loke, thank you for that. You know.
Damage to your cranium is undeniable.
I mean, because you guys don't know how bad I need money right now.
Metamorphosis into
Well, I don't need money. I ain't gonna say that. That'd be just a straight up lie.
For now, such methods of dispatch are
You know,
highly effective.
I was gonna lie right there and say that I don't need anything. Like, I really don't. And not because I'm rich, because I'm not rich. I drive a 15-year-old car. You know, and I don't have hardly anything in the bank. But I know that I feel an urge or a longing to build this guy a church, right? But I don't have the money. And you're like, build a church. I'm saying, yeah, there is a guy. He's a local pastor. I can't tell you why. I mean, to me, explain to you why that I want to do this is, it's just something in me that it's insane. I don't even agree with the guy. Like, I don't even agree with a lot of what the guy's doing. And I don't know. And I want either YouTube or something, a video blow up or something. I make a lot of money to do it or something. I don't know. Win the lottery. I don't know. But before I die, I gotta build this dude a church. And I know that's way off topic and it sounds way crazy. But if you just hear me talk about it earlier in previous videos, you know what I'm talking about. Have you guys ever felt like you needed to do something where it just bugged the absolutely tar out of you? That you didn't do it? You know, or couldn't do it because you didn't have the money to do it? You know, has that ever bugged you? I mean, it could be a video game. It could be getting an ice cream. Anything. Does any of you guys ever been overwhelmed? That's stupid. Everybody's been overwhelmed. But has any of you guys ever been in a situation where you wanted to do something for someone? Or maybe it was you wanted something so bad, but you couldn't afford to do it? Jake, oh my God, Jake says, I got COVID. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Pretty much on my way out now, on my way to being Shiny Gates. Oh, you gonna be alright, Jacob. You ain't got no underlying conditions, right? You're gonna be alright. Hitting them pearly gates, huh? Hey, well listen, the only way to get there, Jake, is if you're saved. And the only way to do that is like, if you got a Bible, you can go to Romans chapter 10, verse 9. It tells you to confess your sins to Jesus. You know, that you have to believe that you're a sinner. You have to believe, and that don't mean that you pray a prayer and you don't believe it. You literally have to believe it, you know. But I don't think you're gonna die, you know. People at your age is like one in a billion, you know. You had 3 tests today. Are you a little nervous? Is that what you're saying? Are you a little nervous, Jacob? How did you get it? Like somebody you knew, a friend or something? Family? Geometry went through it. Just trust in God, dude. Ask God to help you, you know. You never understood. What sins do you confess? Sin in general, dude. Like, you know, to do something wrong. I believe in God and I need to start reading the Bible. Sins, they've come back positive. Or, I mean, you got the symptoms, right? Is that why you got the test? You got the symptoms? Jake, we'll say a prayer for you, you know. But you're going to be okay. You just got to have faith, buddy. And if you're not, you just ask God to save you. You know, sin, it's like, listen, when you kill somebody, that's a sin. When you steal, that's a sin. When you commit adultery, that's a sin. When you tell a lie, that's a sin. When you sit and think in your mind that you're having sex with someone, that's a sin. Like, you get what I'm saying? Everything that, and it's not because God's a cosmic killjoy. No. You know, he created that stuff. It's like putting something above him is a sin. So basically, you're born, you're doomed. Adam made a poor choice. Like God created a paradise. He made us immortal, right? And all the way back in, this goes all the way back into Adam and Eve. And then the serpent told Eve, oh, ye shall surely not die if they eat from that. You know, it's like one thing you're not supposed to do. You have one rule in the universe not to do it. You can live forever. And then you made a poor choice. You know, that basically, then you found out that you were running around like a... Anyways, sin is a lot of things. The Capitol riots. Were you at the Capitol riots? Recognize your faith. Do you understand why the riots happened? Or do you think that it was just a bunch of people that just got up there one day, peacefully protest for months and months and months, and then just automatically decided to do something? What happened 10 minutes before those riots? Huh? What happened? Although this is not talked about on the news and nobody else has said anything about this, what do you think happened before that? What happened that same day?
Fortune smiles on the brave, and in this case, me too.
She didn't say anything bad. She hears a voice and she hears that accent and talking about God, and she automatically you said they rioted because Trump had... Hold on. I mean, I see it coming. Don't ban her yet, Mangler. Don't ban her yet. She's just expressing her opinion. You're British. They rioted because Trump has a big peach. You mean a big mouth. Or is it that they openly mocked God 5 minutes before the riots, or 10 minutes before the riots happened? Does that sound a little bit better? You say, oh, what do you mean they openly mocked God? They literally openly mocked God 10 minutes before the riot started. Think about that. You don't up and protest for months and months and months without one incident, without breaking one window or burning down one building, and then all of a sudden you start rioting and you storm the Capitol. Yeah. No, I'm not a writer. No, it's an opinion. She's not being mean. She's just asking. Although it was sarcastic, a little bit what she said. But everybody has an opinion. As long as it's not like being hateful or inciting at somebody, or anything like that, then it's fine. Jake seems to be a pretty good guy. He's always talking about he's in love, here he was a while back. I haven't seen him in a while since I started playing Minecraft. I think you mentioned that, right, Jake? You said you don't really like Minecraft.
That was a headshot. I can only hope that the value of these gifts increases over time.
Caitlin Walker. We love you, Caitlin. And Jake. Jake, you're gonna be alright, buddy. Ain't no need to be afraid. Like there's not. Because let me ask you something. Let me really ask you something. And everybody here watching, why are you afraid of something you cannot control? If it be your time, don't fear it. Accept it. And I'm a diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic. Less than 6 months ago or a year ago, I fussed at everybody. I was wearing a mask before anybody in my county or anybody was. I had people literally get mad at me and ask me how I could believe in God and wear a mask. And I still wear one to ease people's minds, but do the best you can. Now you're in the situation to where it's you're in this battle. Once it's something you overcome, don't be afraid. Can I say that because I've had it? No. Could I say that I wouldn't be fearful if I got COVID? Yes. Someone that had underlying conditions less than 6 months ago, like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, had a heart issue that now is completely gone. But there's no sense in fearing what you can't control. You just... My grandma is 80-something years old and she's afraid of death. I don't understand that. Like, that you're going to die. You're born to die. You might die when you're 80. You might die when you're 40. I heard some the other day, a 35-year-old got in a car, drove down the road, boom, got in a car crash, killed him. I had a friend that was in his 20s or 17, and he shot himself in the head when I was 17. Like, death is a part of life. It really is. And it comes in many forms. It comes with cancer, COVID, the flu, everything. Car crash. You just got to be hopeful, hopefully optimistic, and say a prayer and be sincere about it, and you'll get through it.
You brought that on yourself.
You got a car accident after getting in the car? Was you texting and driving? Yeah.
For you, death came swiftly.
You know why King David literally said that we were like sheep? Like I said this a minute ago in the Bible, they refer to humans as sheep. And they refer to the Messiah, Jesus, as a shepherd, the good shepherd. And that's what I was trying to say earlier, is literally, we are so needy. Should that, I was at church, there was this guy named Wesley, he was talking about, he's a preacher, he was talking about how they said that a person that watches over sheep is saying that sheep are the most neediest livestock, the hardest livestock to take care of in the history of anything else. Like cows ain't nothing, you just let them in the field, they graze, they eat, that's it, you know. But sheep seem to be like the most neediest animals ever, you know, ever. And it's like humans are. We always need, want, you know. It's plumb wild. We need a leader. Every country needs a leader.
Never look a gift horse
You
in the
know.
mouth. Horses can and will bite if provoked.
Every person needs to be led. I mean, that's just the way it is. And if you say that you're not being led by something, then you're lying. Your mama and daddy told you what to do until you got old enough to where you thought you know what to do, but you still listen to them, right?
Much, but at least it's something.
And when you fight against it, your life is just hell. That's what it is, you know. You're always having something bad happen, always going through this and that, always fighting in your relationships because you can't agree on one thing. Hmm?
Your collective mass speaks volumes.
I wear a cross chain 24/7. So, you know, it talks about having faith as small as a mustard seed. There's a lot of things I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things I don't know about. You know, what that means, though, you're wearing that chain, Mangler, is it means that you literally
It's not much.
have faith.
It's something.
Although your faith is,
About the money.
you know, you choosing to believe that there's something bigger than you are and a higher power. You know, you're choosing to believe that there's more than just nothing, right? Because if there's nothing, what's the point? A positive way of thinking, a better way of thinking. Some people would put it like that. You know, why not think positively?
Perhaps
Always try to
I
do
find a pheromone that draws these beasts to my location.
better for other people. Yeah, it even talks about in the Bible that about how men should obey. You know that back in the day there wasn't no laws that wasn't
Combat.
under like God's law, right? You said just about sin. Sin is like doing something wrong, and not what you deem as wrong, but what is wrong, what is truly wrong in God's eyes. And how you learned out what that is as you read the Bible. When you open up a Bible and you look at it, it's not gonna make sense at first. You know, it's not.
I recognize the relationship between cause and effect, and that's effect with an E as opposed to affect, as in affectation, something you carry around, Russman. Affectation of bravado.
You know.
Yes, I see what you're up to.
And why do you think it is, Mangler? Like, I'm not getting on I'm not getting on your dad or anything, or none
What do
of
you
them.
want?
But why do you think that is?
Please.
You know.
Perhaps we can find a way to trigger such blasts at a time of our own choosing.
You know, whether he believes or not, you know. Oh man, whether he believes or not, God believes in him. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm a person of seeing is believing.
There were no winners in this situation.
I've got all my perks. What? How do I got all my perks?
I appear to be eliminating targets at a rate of around 1 every 1.15 seconds. I have no desire to prolong your agony. It's not much, but at least it's something. I'm talking about the money. Will you stop screaming when I'm hitting
Well, I
you?
mean, I wasn't there when he was raised. Like, I mean, I don't know what made him to be the way he is. You know, my opinion would be that he got away with everything and he wasn't corrected. He was told not to do something, but he wasn't enforced on it. You know, it's like everybody needs a parent. And usually with the youngest child, they get neglected in that way. You know, me being the baby of the family, I know. When there's 3 older parents or 3 older children, the baby tends to do what it wants, you know, because you know, she's tired of fussing. The parents are usually tired of telling them over and over and over and over. You know, when you got 3 kids that listen, then you got 1 that won't. You just kind of let them do what they want, right? And then, like for me, I was sitting on a bench, literally outside of a job, talking about suicide. I mean, I was like, God, if you're real, and this is what I said. I said, God, if you're real, and I meant this inside, because I mean, I'm thinking about ending it, right? I'm thinking about ending it, and I said, God, if you're real, I see a bird, there's like a roller trail. I see some birds. It's raining outside. It's pouring rain. They're flying down, and they're getting worms out of the ground. You know, that's what birds do, right? It's a stormy day. It's real cold. It's about around this time. You know, it might have been in January, February. I don't know then. I don't know. But it usually happens with the youngest child. You know, maybe he wants to argue. You know, the thing is, you can't worry about somebody else when it comes to that situation. Anyways, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking that there's no point in this, you know, I'm out of money, I'm having a hard time. And I asked God, I said, God, I know that, you know, that you don't have to do anything for me. I said, you've got a system the way it is for whatever reason, the way you want it to be. But if you'd let me pick up that bird, I'll never question that you're real again. And you know, that's like winning the lottery, is it not? To walk out in the middle of a field, in the middle of, you know, where I'm from, every animal is wild. There's not one animal, anyways. And I walked out in the middle of that field while it was pouring the rain. Walked right up to that bird, and you know what's wild? You know what's plumb absolutely crazy? You would think I'd be jumping up and down for joy, crying my eyes out. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But that's not the first thought that come into my mind was, that bird's injured. The first thought that come into my mind was that bird was injured. And you're like, well, you know, no, that's what's called doubt. It's, you know, I doubted immediately that the prayer that I prayed was just coincidence. And, you know, and then it quit raining for a minute, and then I did like that, and that bird flew right off. That bird had a daggum worm in its mouth. It just flew right up in the thing, up in the tree. And dude, it was just like, I never, ever thought about suicide ever again. Ever. You know? Go, you know, it's like, you don't see him standing there right in front of you. Some people he talked to, you know, think about it. Moses in the Bible. Oh, I'm about to die. Moses in the Bible, he talked to him through a burning bush. You know, what would you do right now, Mangler? What would you do if you was walked outside, right, and you saw like a campfire, and then you heard a voice speak to you through it? Would that not freak you out? Or would you become a believer, you know? Moses had faith for years and years and years. You're talking about guys that literally walked with God. You know? There's this guy named Elijah in the Bible that prayed over people that were dying. You know? And they were healed. It's just, you know, I don't know how to tell you. I know with me, it felt like I got struck by lightning. You know? I don't know, Mangler. If I had the money, I'd fly you up here. If you was 18, I'd fly you up here and I'd take you in this church. And then you would experience what I'm talking about. And I'm sure where you're from, there's churches, it would scare me for a minute because Oh yeah,
Is a problem
it's
have,
Mangler.
they're wrong.
It says that in the Bible, dude. It talks about that in the Bible. It said that all men that get in the presence of an angel, or hear an angel, or anything like that, like or hear voices. Every time God's appeared to, I just died. Anytime that God's appeared or angels appeared, the men in the Bible would always tremble in fear. That's what they would say. They would say that these people, man, I'm getting cold chills. They would explain angels. George Washington, the guy for this nation, why do you think we're the nation of the free world? Why do you think we have less people than China, India, and all that? But we always put God first. The people that founded the country were people that believed in God, right? That Jesus was the Savior. All those things, right? Anyways, I've been streaming for 2 hours. It's about 8 o'clock where I am. Mangler, how old are you, Mangler? Are you 18 yet? I'd like to bring you down here, Mangler. And I'd like to bring your brother down here, your whole family. Obviously, I don't have the money to do that. And Mangler, all you guys have caught COVID anyways. And you've had it, so you've got that unlimited... Oh, it's beyond heartwarming. It's like you're getting shocked. Literally, you're getting... shocked by lightning. If there's this church where I'm from, I just started going to it recently. I don't feel like it's where I'm supposed to be consistently, but it talks about in the Bible that you call God's presence down. Spirit, Holy Spirit. And man, it's almost like your finger is being stuck in a wall socket. Every hair on your body stands up, not just once, not just twice, just constantly. Like you're sitting there getting zapped, And something in you is so fulfilling. And when you walk out of the church, it almost feels like you're shrouded. Like with the world. But within hours after you leave, what you felt there is not, it's almost like you forget it. You know how you have a dream? You'll have a dream. And this dream will be so intense you wake up because you're scared. You have this dream about Dan or Van or Vaughn or whoever, and you dream like that. And you're scared. You're scared to death when you first wake up. But a few minutes later or a day later, you completely forget. Right. Well, when you get this presence in you, that's the way it works. So you have to keep going back and get refilled. You're almost like a battery, and you get drained and filled up, and drained and filled up. It's crazy. It's crazy. Your little brother, it would scare him at first. It would. He'd be like, "I don't believe in God." Well, if you were in the stream the other day, Mangler, there was this kid. Right. We're going to continue this round 30 thing tomorrow. Because I've already did 2 of the maps, and it's been 2 hours. I gotta make a thumbnail for it, and then we'll do like the other maps. So we did Transit, and we did Buried. So we'll do Mob of the Dead, Origins, and Die Rise, or maybe we'll do like Mob of the Dead and Origins tomorrow, and then Die Rise, but we gotta play a little bit of what time tomorrow? Around 4 o'clock. I'm fasting right now, so it's like it's 2 o'clock before I eat. So I mean, I basically go without eating all day until 2 o'clock, and all night, about 16 hours before I eat. So it's like, so I don't feel like really good before. But anyways, around 4 o'clock is when I'm going to try to get over here. Maybe a little earlier. But anyways, Mangler, you watched that video. If you would have watched the stream, if you could go back and find it, it's just a couple days ago. It's there's a video that I'm holding that I uploaded in a thumbnail. I'm holding like a suitcase or whatever, or a duffel bag, and the next day I streamed. The next stream after that, there was somebody. I said I had I was praying, and I got this name Carl. I was talking to Sue. Anyways, Carl, CAR. That's the only thing I saw. It's like just letters. I don't know. I was just praying. I seen CAR. And so that means nothing, right? We have thoughts in our head all the time. Well, I mentioned that on that video on the stream. And the very next day, there was a kid that came in and he said God was fake. Guess what his name was? It was Carlos. And I told him about that God wanted me, that somebody named Carlos was supposed to help. Just me saying that was it. That's all I knew. I tell him that. He goes back and he watches that video and he gets scared and he don't come back. Because that gave him cold chills. That showed him that God's real. A lot of people say, well, how does God talk to you? It's in a pattern. How many times do you see something, right? And everybody can have his presence. How many times in a row? So like if you win the lottery, it's 1 in a million chances, right? So for just a random occurrence to happen, that's like you looking at the clock and it's saying 11:34. But you look at that and it says HEL. For you to do that every day, the same time every day, to see it constantly, consistently, and it spells out hell. There's something, like something's trying to show you something in that way. That was what this one woman was talking about, how God talks to people, in a pattern. And what does an alien, what is all universal language between all intelligent species? It's mathematics, right? 1 0 0 0 1. That's what they use for computers. That's how they write the code on these games. Your cell phone, everything. God knows you're intelligent enough to pick it up if you just look for it. If you literally close your eyes. Bangler, if you have a Bible at your house, like literally, do this right here. Close your eyes and say a prayer. Don't say something sarcastically like you don't believe. Literally, close your eyes and say, God, show me something. If you will, if it's your will, show me something that you want me to see when you want me to see it. And just open it up. Now, if it's a Bible like this is a life application study Bible. So when you read something in a normal Bible, see, this says wedding there. When you read something, and what that's talking about is me and my wife. Or wife. Somebody, maybe if Jacob, if you're watching this, you need to marry Caitlin because you're living in sin, Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But anyways, do that. And if you don't understand the meaning on it, then take your cell phone out and Google the meaning of whatever pops up. Now, when you read it, it might not make sense to you at first, but do that. And if you're sincere about what you're praying, and you'll know if you are or not. It's like you see this Pepsi can here that's real. Imagine in your mind that God is standing in front of you opening that book, that Jesus is opening that book. Imagine. Do it. Imagine that if it's as real as this right here that you're seeing this, that you're looking at yourself in the mirror. You know that you're real. How do you know? Because you see it, right? And then something will start popping up to show you where you need to be, If you read Romans chapter 10, verse 9, it tells about how Jesus tells how to get saved, and it's talking about sin. Now, the whole world, anyways,